Group B seeds are the Three Lions of England. They'll be facing World Cup veterans Paraguay, the new boys from the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago, and the Scandinavian machine of Sweden. England is the seeded country in Group B, but coming to the World Cup not having won a major football tournament of any kind since 1966. However, with a young team full of international stars, expectations are high, and not just among the fans.
Everybody realises that this is a very good opportunity for us to be very successful, and I think that's the reason why expectations are obviously higher than they normally are.
We have players. We've got the likes of Frank Lampard, Stevie Gerrard, that are top world-class midfielders. We've got countless centre-halves that you could fall back on, and I'd like to think me and Wayne up front would score the odd goal as well.
England's qualifying group looked like one of the easier ones, and Sven's men drew the first game and won the next 6, including this hard-fought victory against Wales. The result was finally settled in the 54th minute by Joe Cole, yet another of England's emerging young talents hoping to make their mark in Germany, alongside the young, striking prodigy Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney obviously is a key player for us, and not just for us. I think he'll be one of the stars of the tournament, and he's got special ability going forward and creating goals and scoring goals for himself. And if he has a good tournament, I think we'll have a very good tournament as well.
I think me and Wayne are different, you know. He doesn't like playing in the way I play, you know. He doesn't like running in behind defenders as much as I do and sniffing around trying to find a great opportunity to score. He likes sort of roaming behind and quite a free role. He scores his goals, but you know, we're totally different, and his strengths, you know, are totally opposite to mine, so that's why we probably gel so well.
England had a momentary wobble against Northern Ireland, but normal business was to be resumed against Poland. Goals from Michael Owen, and then Frank Lampard ensured England's qualification as group winners, and with one of the best records in Europe. Things got even better when the World Cup draw in Leipzig was kind to England, and so Sven-Göran Eriksson and his team can take confidence from the knowledge that once again they are in one of the easier groups.
World Cup, you tend to get, you know, quite a soft passage to start with, and then it gets doubly hard against a lot of the top teams. So, you know, I think regardless of who we got on the draw, it was, you know, we would always be favourites to qualify, as you know, we were one of the top seeds.
I think it's a strong group. I think Sweden and Paraguay are very strong teams. They always qualify for the World Cup, and they always do very well. And so I think they all have good defence and good players going forward as well who can score goals. And I think obviously Trinidad and Tobago is the least favourite of all the teams.
I know if I could score 5 or 6 in the tournament, and everyone else could chip in with 1 or 2, then surely we've scored enough goals there that if our defence play just as they normally do, then you'd like to think that we could go quite far in the tournament. So yeah, it would be nice to win the Golden Boot and things like that, but I prefer to win 1 World Cup than 10 Golden Boots.
Germany 2006 will be Paraguay's 3rd consecutive World Cup appearance, having narrowly been edged out by eventual winners France in 1998 and by 2002 runners-up Germany and Japan.
Paraguay en estos últimos 10 años ha logrado 3 clasificaciones a mundiales consecutivos. Cada vez las aspiraciones que tenemos son mucho más grandes de poder lograr grandes cosas.
Unlike their South American neighbours Brazil, Paraguay's success is not built on skill and flair, but organisation and discipline.
Ha mejorado mucho también en el posicionamiento de balón. En realidad que somos caracterizados por tener una muy buena defensa y salir muy rápido de contragolpe.
Paraguay's recent success has been reflected by the number of their stars now plying their trade in Europe's top leagues. But who are they?
Los jugadores que están jugando en Europa son piezas fundamentales para el equipo. Carlos Gamarra y Roque Santa Cruz serían la pieza fundamental del grupo, del equipo.
Having secured a shock silver medal at the 2004 Olympics, confidence is high for Paraguay's hopes on an even bigger stage.
En las Olimpiadas pasadas se ha ganado una medalla que nunca ha ganado Paraguay, entonces la gente también está más exigente con nosotros mismos.
Having taken an impressive 4 points from Argentina in South American qualifying, Aníbal Ruiz's side are ready to finally get past the second round, having fallen there in their previous 2 campaigns.
Me gustaría poder jugar la Copa del Mundo completo, jugar de titular con mi selección y bueno, después ver en qué posición podamos terminar.
Yet another nation playing in the World Cup finals for the first time. Trinidad and Tobago will arrive in Germany after a miraculous and dramatic qualifying campaign. Sharing in the drama was Port Vale midfielder Chris Birchall, born in Stafford, England, but under FIFA rules eligible for Trinidad and Tobago because his mother was born in Port of Spain.
We needed to beat Mexico on the last day and we just played out of our skin and it was one of them days that Mexico didn't perform to the best, but we overachieved and we got the result and beat Mexico 2-1.
Mexico took the lead through Yami Lozano, but Trinidad responded through Coventry City striker Stern John, who scored the equaliser just before half-time. And a stunning winner with a half an hour to go. The celebrations were elaborate.
There was more or less pandemonium in the place, you know. Everyone knew that by beating Mexico and getting the playoff spot, we had a real chance of making history and getting into the World Cup. Both playoff games was a bit of caution, and when we played them first at home, we didn't really play to the normal ability that we did because we were kind of waiting to see what the team had to offer more or less, and then when we did see what they have, I think we went over there to their country and did what we had to do.
That historic win over Mexico meant a trip to Germany was almost in their grasp, but they had to win a World Cup playoff over 2 legs to get there. Opponents Bahrain secured a 1-1 draw in Trinidad, and with an away goal in their back pocket, they had the upper hand. But it was the tiny Caribbean football island that prevailed, thanks to giant veteran Wrexham defender Dennis Lawrence. Another historic victory and a true team effort.
I think that's why we've done so well in qualifying, really, because we've got a mixture of youth and the senior players. So, especially for me personally, playing in the middle of a Dwight, the experience he brings and the support he gives you.
Dwight York and others, you know, they bring a sort of calmness or sort of reassurance to the team.
Everyone knows Shaka from his days at Newcastle, and now he's at West Ham, and he's a great keeper.
I think they bring that older brother mentality to the team, you know, and it definitely helps us, those with the young players who are not coming up, like myself, Birchall and all of that.
The opposition they're most looking forward to? Of course, it's England.
We were all thinking, yeah, we're going to get in England's group because most of us are playing out here anyhow, you know, and if we don't get England, we're going to get Brazil, and it so happened that we ended up in England's group though.
Paraguay, South American, good footballing team. England, we know all about them, Wayne Rooney, Owen, so they'll be good quality. Sweden, it'll be a tough group for us.
I think that we're going to go there and in our group and look to win all the games, you know, go there and try to do our best and to get as much points as possible, you know. It's not just to go there and just show up. We're going there to make it to at least the furthest stage we can.
If we can get off to a good start by either getting a point against Sweden or if we play out of the skin and get a win, that'd be amazing. But I think everyone in the Trinidad camp is looking forward to the Paraguay game because that's the last game, and I think we'll be going all out to win. And I think if we do play well, we've got a good chance in that one.
Traditionally Scandinavia's strongest team, Sweden have a proud record in the World Cup, having finished in the top 4 on no less than 4 occasions and were runners-up on home soil in 1958. The Swedes are making their 11th appearance in the tournament thanks to a vigorous qualifying campaign. Their main rivals in the group was a resurgent Croatia, but they also faced competition from elsewhere.
At a quite early stage we lost at home to Croatia, so we knew we had to you don't have that many games and you need to win most of them, if not almost all of them, and we had some tough games against Bulgaria and Hungary, but we managed to play well in them and go through anyway.
Sweden was strong enough to go through as the best runners-up, and there is a feeling in the squad that they're getting better all the time.
For quite some time now we have defended really well and played organised and we're physically strong. So we've got a few star players up front in Freddie Ljungberg and Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Henrik Larsson who can make a difference in a game. So we're getting more and more experience now of this championship, and I think that should mean we can hopefully raise the level a little bit and set our goals a little bit higher this time.
And not least because they've also been drawn in the same group as England for the second World Cup in a row.
England, they've got a really good chance this time, and I think for next summer they will have a really good squad. They've got some really good players now and key players in the biggest sides here in England. So we won the group in the last World Cup where there was Argentina, England and Nigeria. So with the system we have played, we've been able to do well against all kinds of sides, European sides, South American sides, African sides. So that gives confidence, I think, rather than feeling you have to adapt to different kinds of playing football.
And they prove that their style of football works as they crush Scotland in a confidence-boosting friendly. 2 goals from Marcus Olbach. And 1 each from Johan Elmander and Fredrik Berglund. Easily saw off the opposition and points to an exciting future for a team in great form.
This is our 4th consecutive championship, and that hasn't happened many times before in Swedish history, and we have performed really well both in the championships and in the qualifying stages. So I think the expectations are high from ourselves and from the people as well.
Dortmund is a city made famous by its coal, steel and beer. More recently, the city has been undergoing a transformation, and as the heavy industry pulls out, a steady flow of media and communications companies have moved in. With the influx of these media, communication and high-tech companies, Dortmund's old buildings now share the skyline with sleek, modern office blocks. Much of the old city remains unchanged. However, Dortmund has seen a massive development at its heart, which includes an extensive shopping precinct. Train connections from Dortmund will carry you quickly around the country, with Cologne and Gelsenkirchen both within 20 minutes. Whilst the coal and steel industries no longer feature in the city, the breweries are alive and well. 1,500 outlets now sell the locally produced Dortmunder beer. The place to consume your Dortmunder beer is at the Sky Beach, a tropical beach bar recreated on the top of a 7-storey car park in the middle of town. Dortmund is home to Borussia Dortmund's Westfalenstadion, which was built next to the old stadium in 1974. The people of Dortmund are mad about their football, with more than 38,000 inhabitants actively playing for a football club. On the 4th of July, the 60,000-seat stadium will host one of the World Cup's prestigious semi-finals. It will also see games featuring Germany, Switzerland and favourites Brazil.